So, I'm thinking that the video quality has something to do with the lighting since it is night instead of during the day. So, we may have to work on that. Welcome to today's happiness practice, which I don't have anything specific that I worked on today. There was no theme today. It was just a day of um, getting up and doing each next thing in front of me and making choices and hoping that the consequences were favorable. Um, Conversations with friends, getting things done. Maybe the prevalent one would be the balance between just do it and I don't have time to do it right now. But just do it is the theme for tomorrow. Um, I'm looking up at my wall of my storyboard, I guess it would be called, for the happiness book. And I have all the little topics that would technically be chapters. And I have been wrestling and wrestling and wrestling with how to flow from one to the other and how to get it down on paper and to get that first draft done. And I think the actual answer is to not try and get it to flow, but to just say it. Um, so tomorrow is my Just Do It day. I'm going to take each of those topics and talk on them to myself for 15 minutes or half an hour, and then move on to the next one. And it doesn't have to flow together and it doesn't have to stick to just that. I do tend to meander. Um, and that will then be my first draft done. Yay! And then I can move on to moving it around or feeling the flow, or doing something totally different. We'll find out. But that feels like the next right step for the happiness book. And maybe that has been the happiness practice for today, and a valuable one, feeling what is the next right thing. Um, and when that feeling connects, when it feels light instead of heavy, or when it feels attuned as opposed to discordant, or when it feels like moving and flowing with it instead of resisting, then just do it. It doesn't have to make sense, because sense is the way we have been trained. Sense is what all the words in our head are. And I am learning that the words in my head are not my words. Obviously, we get information from outside. I love to read. I've just spent 3 hours watching TV. Um, there are signs everywhere and people talking at us. And so all these words in our head are from the outside. It is the words in our center, in our hearts, that are the important ones. Those are the ones that that I am trying to hear. And however I connect with that, which often is a feeling of lightness as opposed to a feeling of passion and go. Um, that is the next right step. And while it might not make sense, that is because I'm only seeing the step instead of the whole dance. There was a saying somewhere um, that there is no going back because it is a dance. You're never going 2 steps backwards. You're just doing the next steps in the dance. And I really like that image, obviously. So that is today and tomorrow. To be aware of how it feels and to just do it. And we'll see what we can do about the video quality and the lighting. And I hope you are having a wonderful day. I believe that with autumn, it can be tough. We are feeling the seasonal effects of things dying around us, of the sun gone. All of a sudden, there are many less hours of light in the day. And the harvest is happening, and we know that winter is coming. And it can affect us emotionally, it can affect us mentally, and we can't always understand why because we're not used to thinking about things that way. We're humans, we are not affected by the seasons. But more and more, I believe our connections are growing and expanding. We are making it so with our technology, with our openness to the metaphysical, with our spirituality and connections to God. And all this is tuning to each other. So I hope we are all allowing ourselves a moment to breathe, a moment to say, yep, this is how I feel, without blame, without judgment, without shame. And a moment to feel what is light, what is right for each of us individually. And then a moment to just do it. And I hope that made sense. Till next time.